cheating, disease, baby deaths. For a super wholesome show like Bluey, there are some wild fan theories out there with various pieces of evidence to back them up. You guys might know that I made a video more generally about the show a while back, discussing how I feel about it as an Australian myself. For many Australians, including myself, Bluey has become a source of national pride. Spoiler alert, this is not that video. This video will uncover a whole bunch of theories about the characters and their backstories, which might make you look at everything differently, if you believe any of it. Some of these are well known and some you may have not heard of before. I know I hadn't. Bandit and Chilli are criminal masterminds. Many viewers concluded that the Healer family from Bluey lives in an upscale Brisbane suburb of Paddington. Considering that homes in that area go for at least $1 million, it does seem unrealistic that Bandit and Chilli could afford such a luxurious lifestyle. However, some fans have come up with the amusing theory that the two might actually be involved in an international crime ring. One theory suggests that Bandit has access to rare valuable artifacts, while Chilli has the means to smuggle them past Australia's notoriously tough border security. Like what? While I don't think the creators of Bluey intended anything like that, it's a fun and creative way to explain the Healer's beautiful home. Bingo has a disease? One of the most intriguing theories I've come across is the idea that Bingo might have celiac disease, and there are quite a few clues that support this. In the season 1 episode Bumpy and the Wise Old Wolfhound, Bingo is in hospital, but there's no clear explanation as to why, which has led fans to speculate about what might be wrong. While there are some hints during Bingo's hospital stay that suggest gluten intolerance, even stronger clues show up in other episodes. For example, in Daddy Drop-Off, Bandit, while making lunches, says, "Okay, gluten-free, gluten not free," implying that one of the girls can't have gluten. There is also a scene where Bingo and Bandit are stocking up gluten-free products at the store. Whether Bingo has celiac disease or not is still uncertain, but it's pretty clear that she still avoids gluten. I think it's a clever detail that adds another layer of depth to the show, making characters feel even more realistic. Bandit is cheating on Chilli? There's a fan theory floating around that suggests Bandit and Chilli might have a very open relationship. We'll get into that. But another one hints at a possible cheating scandal, specifically between Bandit and their neighbor, Wendy. Wendy often gets caught up in the Healer's family antics, especially Bandit's, which are fun for Bluey and Bingo, but not always for her. Some fans have latched onto moments like Bandit saying,
"Hey Wendy, watch the hands,"
as evidence that her simple presence had turned into something more, like an affair. There's also speculation that Chilli and Pat, Lucky's dad, might have something going on too. This theory mostly comes from moments like Pat cheering, "Woo, shake it, Chilli!" during the dance mode episode, which she's dancing across the street. Personally, I find these theories a bit of a stretch. It feels like the show is just being playful rather than hinting at deeper drama.
Look at those quads.
But it's interesting how viewers read between the lines or let their imagination take over completely. I'm not really a fan of these theories, especially for a family-friendly, children-oriented show like Bluey. But moving on. Wait, what's that noise in the distance? It's getting louder. What's that mean? It's that time of the video again. Let's see how well you can do this time around. First word. Sanger. What's that mean? Ding ding ding, correct. It is B, sandwich. Next word is hard yakka. What's that mean? Ding ding ding, it's D, hard work. Final word, servo. What's that mean? Ding ding ding, it is A petrol station. Non-Australians, let me know your score out of 3 in the comments below. Bingo is adopted? Aunt Brandy is definitely one of the more heartbreaking characters in Bluey, and the episode where she's introduced is one of the most emotional in the entire series. It's also sparked a really intriguing fan theory. In the season 3 episode Onesies, Chilli's sister Brandy visits the Healer family after being away for a few years. Right from the start, Brandy seems to struggle with connecting to Bingo, and as the episode progresses, it becomes clearer why. When Chilli mentions how much Brandy and Bingo look alike, the whole room feels a bit awkward.
You look just like you. I brought you some presents.
The episode seems to imply that Brandy can't have children, and that's likely the main reason for her emotional distance. However, some fans have taken this a step further by suggesting that Brandy might actually be Bingo's biological mother, but wasn't able to raise her, which is why Bingo is with the Healers. Honestly, I think the episode has more than enough emotional weight already without the need of a secret backstory like this, but it's an interesting take for sure. Chilli had a miscarriage. Out of all the Bluey fan theories, the one that suggests Bluey might not have been Chilli and Bandit's first child, or at least not their first pregnancy, seems the most likely to be true. I believe in this one. In season 2, there's a scene where the girls put on a play for their parents, with Bingo using a balloon to pretend she is pregnant. What happens next really shows that Bluey can have some really adult undertones. When Bingo's balloon pops, Bandit reaches out to hold Chilli's paw.
So then they... Bingo!
Offering her comfort in a moment that feels small but is packed with emotion. This subtle gesture has led fans to speculate that Chilli may have faced fertility struggles before having Bluey, and many believe the show episode hints at the Healers possibly experiencing a miscarriage, making Bluey a rainbow baby. That is, a healthy baby born to parents who have experienced a pregnancy loss, such as a miscarriage, stillbirth, or neonatal death. Yeesh! Given how Bluey has gently tackled other mature themes like premature birth, this theory feels pretty plausible to me. It's a beautiful way the show acknowledges deeper and more emotional life experiences without being too obvious and disrupting the plot. The Healer family live in a nudist community? One of the funniest Bluey fan theories has to do with the fact that the Healer family has a washing machine and has laundry hanging out to dry, even though none of the characters actually wear clothes. This ongoing gag has led fans to come up with the idea that Bluey's family might actually live in a nudist community. While none of the anthropomorphic dogs in Bluey's world seem to wear clothes, Bandit is often shown doing loads of laundry, and Lucky's dad, their neighbor, is frequently seen hanging clothes out as well. Bluey and Bingo do occasionally play dress up with various outfits, and certain professions in the show, like doctors, are seen wearing uniforms. So, if the theory goes that clothes clearly exist but the Healers just choose not to wear them, they might all be nudists. No further comment on this one. Bandit and Chilli are in an open relationship? I mentioned this eyebrow-raising fan theory a moment ago, which puts Chilli and Bandit Healer's personal lives into question. Bluey is known for being one of the most wholesome shows on TV, but there's a popular theory that suggests Chilli and Bandit engage in some very adult activities when Bluey and Bingo aren't around. This theory, first popularized by an Australian comedian, claims that the Healers are swingers, with the supposed evidence being the pineapple decor scattered throughout their home, which is often seen as a symbol by the swinging community. Now, it's not too hard to imagine that a Queensland family would have pineapple-themed decorations without a hidden meaning. After all, pineapples are a big part of Australian culture. The big pineapple? Anyone? Fans have pointed out the chemistry between characters like Chilli and Pat or Bandit and Wendy as further proof of this idea. Let's finish with a more wholesome one, please. The entire show is a retelling of Bluey's childhood! One of the most heartwarming Bluey fan theories is the idea that the show is actually being retold by Bluey as an adult looking back on her childhood. with the parents being swingers. The series is full of humor and vibrant colors, and it generally portrays Bandit and Chilli as amazing parents, even though they have their share of imperfect moments. This nostalgic way of presenting the story has led fans to speculate that maybe adult Bluey is recounting these memories through her own perspective, possibly even sharing them to her own children. Like a How I Met Your Mother type thing. Or even like a Jake's The Adventure of Piggly-Winks, if anyone remembers that show. While there isn't a lot of hard evidence for this theory beyond the overall tone of the show, I wouldn't be mad if this turns out to be how the show wraps up in the end. It would add another layer of sentimentality to an already heartfelt show, and would offer a warm feeling of completeness. How do you think the finale is going to play out? Remember, take all these theories with a grain of salt. They're just little ideas created by viewers who let their imaginations run wild. It's fun to talk about and imagine some of them anyway, but by no means is any of this actually part of the show. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you later, Wobbly Boys!